apologize for it. How about you?
I got a bonehead players and coaches of the week: John Harbaugh, Zach Orr, and damn near the entire Ravens defense, y'all. No answer for the Detroit run game. No halftime adjustments. They still sending in bum ass defensive back blitzes against some of the best wide receivers in the league. And let me go real quick to Marlon Humphrey, man. Last year, week 2, he had a terrible game against the Raiders. I told y'all several times the fan heckled him in the crowd, and he turned it around and he talked about his podcast. I hadn't heard anything about Marlon's podcast until between last night and before this show. I think Marlon's back more focused on that damn podcast than he is playing. His ass was the one that got beat on 4th down right there, heading into the 2-minute warning. And speaking of another bonehead play, John Harbaugh, the clock stopped at like 2:02 right before the 4th quarter 2-minute warning. That's when they got that 4th down conversion. He's running down the sideline calling a timeout. Didn't know that the clock was going to stop again for the damn 2-minute warning. Sorry ass. Get on my damn nerves sometimes.
I feel you playing, man. Trust me. I be the same way with Commanders lose. I trust you. I know I know all too well.
Well, how about a bonehead player call of the week? You kind of hinted at it earlier.
Yeah, definitely AD Mitchell. Sir, that's candidate for bonehead player of the year. Even every time you blow an opportunity to score a touchdown, you fumble it, or you release the ball before you get in the end zone. I'm thinking of Malachi Corley last year for the Jets is just real bad, man. So AD Mitchell, bonehead move of the week.
Play or call of the week, Ed? What you got?
Yeah, we talked about it, or I mentioned it a little bit in the open job, but Arizona running back Emari DeMarcado, another bonehead candidate of the year for me. Also, I'm going to throw Mark Sanchez in there as bonehead candidate of the year and move of the week. But hold on to the damn ball until you cross the goal line, please, so you break the plane. Just please. I mean, another week, guy fumbles the ball, gets a touchback, potentially cost their team the game. So Emari DeMarcado, you're my bonehead player of the week for that fumble out the end zone. How about you, Brandon?
Second straight week for that. A guy has done that. Will it be a trifecta in week 6? We'll see. It happens in streaks like that. Y'all don't pay attention. But I originally had the college ranks, the UNC quarterback. He threw the ball right to the helmet of his own left guard. Legit, it was like he looked like there was no other throwing lane. He was just trying to get, I don't know, whatever. But then I saw the replay of this. I didn't see it live. I was watching the game, but I was looking at my computer. One of the young wide receivers for Houston scored a touchdown. They were blowing us out. He did the Ray Lewis dance. And then Jair Alexander, a guy who's only been with us for like 2 months, he decided to try to take the ball from him. Make it make sense, in my opinion. How about playing some defense instead of trying to, start a silly ass scuffle, in my opinion. And again, you only been there for 2 months. You probably don't even know anything about Ray Lewis besides the fact he played linebacker for 16 years for 17 years. Go sit down somewhere, Jair. Play some damn corner. How about that? That's my bonehead player call of the week. Bonehead player call of the week.
I got to give it to my Commanders defense specifically, and I don't like to do this, but Mikey Sarensil, you had the interception. You and the rest of the defense got the nerve to go run in the end zone and celebrate. And I'm thinking to myself, now the score is 31-7 Seahawks. 31-7 Seahawks. Y'all pick the ball off and I know it's an emotional game, guys make a tackle, they make a big hit, they get up and, got to do their thing, let that out. But I'm thinking to myself, y'all down 31-7 right now, and you got the nerve to celebrate like y'all making plays out here, like y'all really doing something. How about y'all go out there and actually play ball and win a damn game for once instead of, getting the doors blown off y'all like y'all been doing for the last couple weeks. And this is not just that. They make a tackle. The score was like 28-0, 28-zip. Somebody makes a big play or make a slight tackle. It'd be like a 6-yard gain, and they didn't tackle for a loss. It'll be a 6-7 yard gain, they get up flexing and stuff. I'm thinking to myself, what you flexing for?
Exactly.
You ain't make a tackle for loss. You made a good hit. Okay, great. They this 2nd and 2, it's 2nd and 3 now. I mean, what are you talking about? So I mean, the Commanders defense, man, it can be 2nd and 84. Third, it's gonna be 3rd and 2 the next play. That's how bad these clowns are. But Commanders defense, y'all my bonehead move and play of the week. Damn clowns.
Bonehead player call of the week.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier when you were talking about the Commanders' Dolphins, Mikey Saren still muffing that damn punt late in the game. It was just like I couldn't even see who it was when it happened, but I was just like, I hope they didn't catch me on camera doing that because it's always funny when something bad happens with your team and you go in, they pan to the stands, you just see a fan reaction. I was one of those people at that moment, so I hope I didn't get caught on camera doing that. But Mikey Saren still, I don't even. Yeah, after the game, I practiced that all week. I've been practicing. I just got to do better. It's like I'm tired of hearing this shit after a while, man. That's every week. Yeah, we got to play better. Yeah, we got to do better. Well, hopefully next week or whenever y'all play again, y'all do actually do better. The bonehead player of the week, Mikey Saren still. How about you?
Okay, I'm going to go back to Ravens Browns. I mentioned it earlier. It was the third career drive for Shador Sanders, rookie out of Colorado. Kyle Hamilton, he nearly picked him off. Ball fell to the ground. Um, Next thing I know, Kyle Hamilton's kicking the ball the opposite direction. I'm like, oh boy, that's about to be a penalty. But I ain't see no flags come out. Next thing you know, flag, the little monitor came up, the little yellow flag thing on the bottom of the screen, boy. And I'm like, damn, here we go. 15 yards and a first down. Again, it didn't lead to any points. Yeah, they got a fresh set of downs, obviously. But 3 plays later, it was a big third down sack. I think Kyle Van Noy came untouched, drilled him. If I'm not mistaken, that's who hit him, and the drive stalled. But still, Kyle, Kyle Hamilton, man, you what, 4th year, 5th year now? You just got paid all that money. You're probably the leader of the defense, the best safety in the National Football League. You and Antoine Winfield probably, and you go make a bonehead play like that, man. That's not what I expect out of somebody like him. I expect that out of a Nate Wiggins, a 2nd-year guy, a rookie, any damn body except for him. Hell, even Marlon Humphrey, crazy ass, I expected from him, but not Kyle Hamilton. We can't have those type of plays out of our leaders for sure. Bonehead play or call the weekend.
Trevor Etienne, punt returner for the Carolina Panthers. Goddamn, he fielding the punt. He looking for the ball. Ball bounces off his damn helmet, and he fumbles the ball. Rams are able to recover. I'm just thinking, come on, man. Come on, man. So Trevor 18 is my bonehead player of the week for that. How about you?
Bonehead player call of the week.
I was going to give it to Kevin Stefanski of the Browns, but my sorry ass team, who I haven't mentioned yet, don't worry, y'all. I'm going to mention these sorry ass clowns. 3 players completely just. I have no clue what they were trying to do. They clearly weren't trying to tackle the Vikings player who scored a touchdown, the tight end. I want to say it was T.J. Hawkinson. It could have been Oliver. I feel like it was Hawkinson though. 3 players, Frankie Louvu included, just bounce off of him like a damn pinball or something, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. And I just like, yep, you know what, man? Yeah. So salute to the Commanders defense. Y'all had JJ McCarthy looking like, Dante Culpepper, uh, Brett Favre, Kirk Cousins, Fran Tarkenton, any, great Vikings quarterback back in the day.
Randall Cunningham,
like the first round pick that they wanted him to be. Yeah. So salute to the Commanders defense. Those 3 players specifically, though, Frankie Louvu included, y'all my bonehead player of the week. Sorry, bastards.
I'm gonna stick in the NFC East. Gonna go to Philadelphia. Backup Eagles right tackle. He is Fred Johnson. He went out on the field for the first possession against Buffalo without his helmet. Man, I guess they're backups for a reason. You know, there's a reason why some people don't play and other people get all the snaps, man. How long have you been playing football, my guy? I mean, I know during warm-ups you don't always wear your helmets, and it was just after kickoff, just after warm-ups. But come on, man. We know the ball had kicked off. It was y'all's first possession, man. Grab the helmet. You see all your other guys grabbing the helmet. You would think that's the last thing I need before going to the field, and he tried it right out there by his helmet. It was hilarious, man. It's absolutely hilarious. Fred Johnson. Something about them Ravens tight ends, man. Just don't understand, man. Something about them and the pigskin, the football, whatever you want to call it, man. We driving in the second quarter just before halftime. Have two timeouts. Would have set us up at midfield pretty much. Andrews makes the catch. He's going to the ground backwards and throws it to somebody, right? And then when I first saw it live, I was like, oh God, another fumble, right? Okay, we've been fumbling all season. What else is new? But then after the game, I saw it, and it was like he legit threw it, tried to, lateral, whatever you want to call it, to another guy. And then it was like, I saw some comments online, and they was like, well, it would have been a great play because the guy was actually open for a second. I was like, but it wasn't. Okay. We can't talk about what it would have been when it wasn't, and we lost. Okay. What's done is done, man. I just don't understand. A couple weeks ago was Isaiah Likely going into the end zone and with the ball switching the ball with his hands. You can say the one with when Joey Porter knocked it out from behind, and everybody's controversial was the catch or not. But this one here was clear as day, and I wish I had watched the post game press conference because I know John Harbaugh got that question. Now, I haven't heard anything else about it. I kind of try to stay away from the TV the last few days as far as sports networks go because I'm just so fed up with this team right now. But I truly want to know, was that a play call or was that just an idiotic move? And I'm leaning towards both because Todd Monken liked to call them mind scratching plays where you're just like, what are you doing? And then Mark Andrews and some of our players have just been making those bonehead mistakes all year long. So my bonehead play of the week goes to Mark Andrews. It was DK Metcalf, but now I was like, yeah, you probably was going to have him too. And then our game came on after that, and Mark Andrews did that, so that just eclipsed it. Mark Andrews, man, enough with me on this. Enough.
Yeah, I definitely think it was a design play because the way Mark Andrews reacted, it was like it was somebody else's fault. Because the way he looked at I think it was Zay Flowers he was trying to pitch it to. It was like Zay wasn't close enough or something. It was just Mark Andrews didn't look like he felt like he was guilty, or maybe he just thought the play was a dumbass move, and he was like, I knew this shit wasn't gonna work. But yeah, it didn't look like Mark Andrews, from my perspective, felt like he was to blame for it.
Still, I know it's under a minute. We still have two timeouts, plenty of time. We don't need those type of plays, and then you just turn the ball over and lose points. We probably would have gone down, at least got a field goal at the very least.
Yeah, I was scratching my head for sure on that.
Yeah. Bonehead player call of the week.
I think y'all know where I'm going to. Definitely CJ Stroud. He had a bonehead, game of the week. The way he was just terrible, man. But that throw, I just mentioned it with defender of the week to him just throwing up as getting hit and Marcus Jones picking up. That's definitely my bonehead play. I'm just like, oh my goodness, CJ Stroud, man. You might win bonehead call of the year, man, because that was God. But Brandon, who's your bonehead play call of the week?
I got two of them. The Bills game, Tre'Davious White, as we mentioned, had a great tip pass the week before, but then he had the PI late in this game. Okay, it happens. Every corner, every safety gets a PI call, but he, goes up to the ref, and of all places you do it right in front of the ref. You throw your helmet down, as if they was going to change the call. Again, you're a veteran. You re-signed to this team in the off season to make plays, and then you go do something like that in the moment that your team needs you the most. And then 49ers kicker Eddie Pinheiro tripping up Shaheed, well, trying to, on the opening kickoff, as if you wasn't going to get seen. First of all, a guy like Rashid Shaheed is just, an eye opener anyway. And then the play that he was making, obviously you was the last line of defense, and you go and put your damn leg up. Like, wasn't nobody going to see it? Like, what are you doing? Just you might as well just lay it on the ground. I wouldn't have done a damn thing. Just let him go. But then you got a penalty on that one. On top of it, he made himself look like a fool. Eddie Pinheiro and Tre'Davious White are my bonehead players of the week. All right, bonehead player call of the week.
I gotta, even though they won the game, I gotta give the CD Lamb, man. I'm getting kind of tired of him dropping passes. Then you see him on the sideline.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing, man? You just make yourself look worse and worse. You could be blaming it on yourself, but for some reason, I got a feeling that he wasn't talking about him. I have a feeling that it was the past. Oh man, come on. I feel like I could be completely wrong, and if I am, I'm sorry. Give the bonehead to me. But I just have a feeling that when he was on the sideline, having this little tantrum, I feel like he was talking about Dak and the placement of the ball when he had an easy touchdown and they hit him in the breadbasket in the end zone
right there. Yep.
that he dropped, and he go on the sideline. So CD Lamb, you my bonehead move of the week for that, man. Just get it together, man. Because I don't win. So, for whatever reason, you play the Cowboys. I mean, you play the Eagles. You got too much popcorn before the game or something. I don't know what the hell's going on with you. Got to get it together. Good thing y'all won. But George Pickens definitely looking like the number one receiver right now for y'all.
Bonehead player call of the week.
Bonehead play move of the week. Got to go to my man, Young Wei Koo. A new kicker for the Giants. I think this is the first time in history that we've seen the kicker miss a field goal that way, where he doesn't even get a chance to kick the ball because it was like a golf putt where he just absolutely whiffs on it, shanks it. His foot hits the ground like maybe a yard or less from the ball. Just I don't know what he was seeing or how he was looking at it, but it's not a good look. I don't think Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, the guys on the other side, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, saw anything like that either. I was just like, what the hell happened? And that was So Younghoe Koo, my bonehead move of the week, man. How about you?
I'm gonna go to the Pittsburgh Steelers, as you call him, Helmet Boy. Mason Rudolph came in for a bloodied Aaron Rodgers at one point. Three plays later, he had one job, y'all. Just don't turn over the football. 3 plays later, he throws an interception on the sideline, completely overthrew the tight end Washington, which is a bulldozer of a tight end. I'm going to talk more about him a lot on Friday, but I've talked about him a lot. Mason Rudolph, you had one job, my guy, and threw that interception. I'm like, yeah, there's a reason why Steelers fans wanted Aaron Rodgers. Of course, it's not necessarily working out. You don't say the way they imagined when they signed him. But this is the reason why Steelers fans all off season were like, we need Aaron Rodgers, when it was basically written in the sand that he was coming there, because Mason Rudolph, unreliable, not a good quarterback. Yeah. And this play led to a Keon Coleman touchdown, by the way, a Keon Coleman who hadn't been playing recently as well. So yeah, my bonehead play of the week, Mason Rudolph.